My parents are giving my brother a house while I had to live off Dollar Tree meals for a year, so I'm fine now. For starters, I actually have a great job, have a small mobile home, and live far away, so the meal thing was years ago, but still relevant. I got a phone call from my parents that just made me so upset. I'm the youngest of my parents' kids. A few years ago, I got really sick and had to go on disability. I got approved first try, if that says anything. This was when I was about 26 to 27, just after I got married. My now ex-husband was not a support when I got sick either, and I don't blame him because it wasn't what we expected, me getting sick a month after our marriage. When I got sick, my at the time husband still made me pay half of the costs of the house and wouldn't cook and only bought food for himself. So I had to get Dollar Tree meals, spending $21 a week for 3 meals a day. My parents lived 5 minutes away at the time, and I talked to them a bit about what I was going through, and they just said, "That's too bad. Do you think you'll go back to work?" I don't think they understood the extent of my illness. They couldn't understand that all of a sudden I needed a walker and a wheelchair sometimes. My extended family cut me off because without using my arms to write properly, I couldn't write thank you notes from the wedding, so luckily I got better. I got on some medications that put me into remission, and I was able to leave my ex-husband. I asked my parents for me to move back into my room while I took some time to build up my disability so I can get a new place and restart my life. They said no. They were upset and yelled at me. I was getting a divorce because they are religious. They are both divorced before meeting each other. I was upset but still kept in contact. I lived in a high-cost state, so I moved to a lower-cost state. Was eventually able to get my own little trailer. I have a well-paying job and I'm doing my master's at the moment. I get a call from my parents saying my mom is retiring. That's fantastic. Her building isn't selling, but it's zoned residential and commercial, so they're just going to give it to my brother. I can't help but feel heartbroken. I couldn't get my childhood room for a few months, but my brother can get a house? I love my brother, but he's worked part-time and occasionally full-time retail and food service for his whole life and hasn't had any expectations. He got C's congratulated and I got B's and told do better. I want to cry and scream at them that it's not fair, but I can't. No answer I get will be good enough because deep down I don't want to hear it. I've known it all along that I'm just not as loved as my brothers.